What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Leon from Leon Talks TV, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're delving into a topic that's really important and relevant to many of us: the changing landscape of marriage. We'll discuss why fewer people are getting married, the cost of weddings, and what this all means for our future relationships. So, let's get started. Chapter 1: The Decline of Marriage Rates. First off, let's talk about how marriage is losing its appeal as a life goal for many people. According to data from Pure Research and the Census Bureau, marriage rates are steadily declining. More people are choosing to stay single or cohabitate rather than tying the knot. By 2025, it's estimated that only 3 in 10 people will be married. That's a huge change, especially considering that the median age for first marriage is now at an all-time high for men who are 30 and for women who are 28 years of age. Chapter 2: Factors behind the change. So, what's causing this decline? There's a few key factors at play: shifting gender roles, the rising cost of weddings, and housing. Mortgage prices and house prices are increasing at a rapid rate, and a growing desire for personal freedom are all contributing to this trend. Many people cite fears of divorce and prioritizing their careers as reasons for delaying or avoiding marriage altogether. In fact, we're seeing an increase in long-term dating and cohabitations as alternatives to marriage. Chapter 3: The Cost of Weddings. Now let's talk about the financial side of things. The average American wedding costs around $35,000, but only lasts about 6 hours. Shockingly, right? 45% of newlyweds start their marriage in debt. Research shows that couples who spend more on their weddings, especially over $20,000, have a higher chance of getting divorced compared to those who spend less. In fact, women who spend more than $20,000 are about 1.6 times more likely to divorce than those who spend between $5,000 and $10,000. You see, this suggests that high wedding costs can create financial stress, which often leads to conflicts in the marriage. Instead of focusing on the celebration, it might be better to just invest in your life together after the wedding day. Chapter 4: The Reality of Engagement. Did you know that up to 20% of people who get engaged never actually make it to the altar? That's 1 in 5 couples who say yes to forever but end up walking away. However, this doesn't mean love has failed. It often means that clarity has emerged. Engagement isn't just a celebration, it's a time for a deep reflection. Psychologists reveal that many couples uncover significant incompatibilities after their proposal, especially when they start planning their future together. Issues like financial stress, family pressure, and different visions for life can come to light between the big yes and the I do. It's not always a heartbreaking end. Sometimes it's wise choice to take a step back. It's better to pause and reassess than move forward with uncertainty. Remember, a healthy marriage isn't just about reaching the altar, it's about what happens after you get there, if you get what I mean. Interestingly, studies show that couples who keep their wedding costs modest and invest in experiences like a honeymoon tend to have a stronger marriages. These highlight that it's about what you build together, not just the big day itself. Chapter 5: Social Media and the Changing Views on Marriage. So let's talk about how social media is reacting to the decline in marriage rates and more adults choosing to stay single. The response are all over the place, to be honest with you. First, many posts on social media focus on the negative side of marriage. They often share stories about cheating, relationship troubles, and the difficulties of parenting. And not only that, but they also see things like celebrity couples or a male celebrity giving up a substantial amount of money in divorce settlements. So this can make young people feel anxious and doubtful about marriage. You see, some young adults are saying they're not sure if marriage is worth it anymore. With more gender equality and financial independence, they see it as less necessary. On the other hand, Conservative voices on social media view the drop in marriage as a bad thing, highlighting the community benefits that come with being married. Liberals, however, often see this trend as a sign of personal freedom and changing values, viewing it as either positive or neutral. You see, social media also makes it easier to find other ways to connect with people, which can make traditional marriage feel less urgent. Many people are looking for validation and attention online instead of focusing on settling down. Despite all these mixed feelings, survey shows that many people, especially women, still hope for marriage and believe their relationships can improve. So not everyone is feeling pessimistic about marriage. In summary, the conversation on social media about marriage are a mix of fear, negative stories, and optimistic views. These discussions reflect bigger questions about what marriage means to us today. What do you think about these changing views? Let's chat about it in the comments, right? Chapter 7, my thoughts on the drop in marriage rates. Now, my personal opinion on why there's a big drop in marriage rates is largely about the way we live today. People in big cities tend to lead fast paced lives, which makes it really hard to raise a family and be in a marriage. The financial pressures in urban areas can be overwhelming with high costs for housing and living expenses. And this is just due to the younger generation. They may feel these type of pressures. The older generation, maybe not so, but definitely the younger generation. See now, many people feel they just can't afford the commitment that comes with marriage. In smaller towns and rural areas, marriage rates are generally higher. The social expectations push people to marry early and start families. It's often easier to find a partner in these communities, and there's more pressure to settle down, which isn't the case in larger cities. For example, people in places like small towns in the Midwest, one notable area is Utah in America, has one of the highest rates when it comes to marriage, and this is due to just the small town environment. Or rural areas of places, countries like Asia and some parts of Africa often marry at younger ages compared to those in big cities. Despite the challenges of modern urban life, there's still hope for those looking for lasting relationships. For instance, some people have turned to the Passport Bro movement, where men travel overseas in search of wives and a lower cost of living. This approach allows them to connect with women in cultures that may value traditional marriage more, offering a different perspective on relationships. So while the current lifestyle in big cities presents many obstacles to marriage, there are still ways for people to find meaningful connection. It's all about figuring out what works best for you and being open to different opportunities. Chapter: The future of relationships. Looking ahead, we can expect to see a continued decline in traditional marriage rates by 2050. By 2050, it's predicted that about one third of people turning 45 will never have married. Meanwhile, cohabitation is on the rise as many adults choose to live longer without tying the knot. Divorce rates might stabilize or even decrease slightly due to changing attitudes and legal reforms. Currently, about 35% of marriages end in divorce, which is a slight decline from recent years. This shift is driven by economic changes, evolving cultural attitudes, and the rise of living together without marriage. Conclusion: in summary, the future of marriage is changing with fewer people getting married and more opting for cohabitation. It's important to recognize how these trends affect our relationship and society. It's all about making informed choices and understanding what truly matters in building a healthy relationship, partnership, however you want to put it. Anyways, I'll leave it on that note, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think these changes are for the better or worse? Let's discuss in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on that note. I'm going to leave it at that, and salute.